Hello, this is Ergonomical. Just sitting here, and I do a lot of thinking when I sit alone, as of many of you obviously, maybe some of you, most of you do, hopefully do. If you don't think, you're probably brain dead, but pretty sure majority of the population isn't. Granted, those of you that do sit and think probably come about such questions as, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? How do I go about doing things? Where's my life headed? And you know what? You do whatever you want, really. Um, Shut up, phone. Do whatever you want that makes you happy. If going to school makes you happy, then do it. If working all the time makes you happy, do it. If going to the gym makes you happy, do it. But if you're gonna sit there and ponder why you're doing it, maybe it's not necessarily worth doing. I'm sitting here working on an assignment right now for school because that's what I do. I'm a student. I can't afford to be a full-time YouTuber, unlike a lot of the YouTubers out there, which they do it because it's what they like to do. They don't have to sit there and wonder, why am I doing this? Because they like to do it. It's something that puts them through life with a smile on their face. But I'm sitting here doing an assignment wondering, why do I have to do this stuff? And the professors will tell you, and all the top of the class kids will tell you that it's so that you can get good grades and go on to get your degree and become whatever it is that you aspire to be. But why is it based off things that everyone is mandated to do? Everyone's doing the exact same thing. So if everyone's doing the exact same thing, why would it lead towards some people being capable of getting into their final masters and some others not being able to get into their final masters? Everyone's going for their same degree in the long run. Why is it some people have to suffer and others don't? We all have to do the same work. We all have to struggle the same struggles. Some of us just have better capabilities to struggle through it easier, more simply than other people do. And it aggravates me that I have to sit here day in and day out, just like all of my other peers and fellow schoolgoers, suffering under the tyranny that is the social construct of post-secondary schooling. I don't usually rant. I made this channel so that I could play games because playing games is what I love to do. I've done it all my life, but going to school is just another thing in my life that I feel needs to be done to get me to my endpoint. But everybody's endpoint is the same thing. You just constantly recreate this cycle of being born into the world and being given all these opportunities, taking these opportunities, if you take these opportunities to further birth more of your species into the world, and then just create this infinitum loop of just making money, giving to your kids, hoping they do the same. And it's just you're constantly recreating, like, we're just this. I heard this weirdly enough in a song, that there was this little rant piece in a song, and it said that we're just one giant fucking organism, like mold on bread, and we're like cancer for the world, and we're just spreading constantly to like keep our ego alive. And it just blows my mind that people think that there's this greater purpose in life, that they have some deeper meaning to fulfill so that they themselves can thrive in life and in society. Everyone meets the same endpoint. You you're born, you live, you follow the social constructs so that no one falls out of line, so that you can keep creating this constantly blowing up ego for humanity, and then you die, and then well, you don't die right away. You have to create more offspring so that they can further do that for humanity, and then you die, and then they do the same, go through life, do all that, spawn, die. It's just this constant loop. Like, we're back. We as humans are a bacteria. We are a super advanced bacteria, and as soon as the host has met its end, that's it. We as soon as we recreate, as soon as we spread ourselves into another host, our time is basically over. We're just waiting out the rest of our lifespan. And everyone just thinks that there's this greater purpose in life, that you have to go to school, you have to get this degree so that you can go and be the best thing that you possibly can be to, like, impress your parents. No, no, no. Your parents are only going to be around for a short amount of time afterwards, as sad as that is to say, because I love my parents dearly. But after you accomplish what you've accomplished, what's left in life? You spawn, and then you die. And then your spawn spawns, and then they die. It's just constantly. That's why I don't understand why this whole concept of needing grades in school matters so much. Everyone's meeting the same endpoint in the end. So what does it matter what's going on, like, in your brain at that point in time, when you're just going to be probably never using even, like, okay, you're probably going to use at least half of it, but the other half, it's just going to like flitter off and disappear. Like, who cares? It's just Anyway, then there's the whole, what if you don't help society inflate its ego, humanity inflate its ego? What happens with that if you just stop the loop somewhere along the line? What happens? Do you just die off without any, I mean, everyone dies off pretty much without any, like, recognition. I mean, unless you're famous or had some huge impact on the world, but having an impact on the world is essentially just benefiting humanity's ego to help better inflate it and create this cancerous bacteria on Earth. If you look at Earth as the organism, we are the bacteria, polluting and mass spawning, and also that we can just go to secondary school, get a job that we probably won't even like half the time. I mean, the part-time job I have now, it's not even technically part-time. I'm technically on call at where I work. And I like that better than I've liked any of my other jobs. I was a newspaper boy. I was a snack bar attendant at a bowling alley. That job was shit. Don't ever do it, by the way. And I was a lifeguard slash swimming instructor. That was annoying because interacting with kids that aren't yours. I don't even have kids, by the way. I have a niece, so that's the closest thing I'm going to get to a kid for the next, I don't know, 7-10 years. Teaching other people's kids suck because interacting with parents that aren't yours. You think interacting with your own parents is hard and sucks? Just try interacting with other people's parents, telling them that their kid sucks at what you're trying to teach them. Oh, no, 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 my kid's gonna be fine if I put him in the next level. No, 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 listen, you dumb bitch. Put your kid in the proper level, and I won't have to friggin' kick them back a level when they end up in my more advanced class, and they suck compared to everybody else. That's not my problem. That's yours if you can't comprehend that. Anyway, where I work now is probably the best job I've ever had. I love it. The people are awesome because some of them are around my age. Most of them are like middle aged, but we're all equals in this place because well, the joke is that it's like a penitentiary center because, well, not, more like a jail that pays you and everyone loves it because, well, let's just say the pay rate is amazing there. But anyway, that's besides the point. The fact of the matter is, some people's jobs that they get before they finish their degree, their endpoint, where they find their endpoint, is probably where they'll be happiest. And that's probably what happened with a lot of YouTubers. I mean, I'm fairly new to YouTube. I mean, I've been around YouTube for a while. I just haven't put any content out because, well, friggin', I haven't like had the time to try and figure out this whole becoming YouTube famous thing, which I'm nowhere even near. But I figured I might as well voice my opinion on this whole thing. Anyway, YouTubers have been to school. I know for a fact through vlogs of theirs, like PewDiePie and Tobuscus and all of them, they've been to school. They have their degree for the most part, and I know Scene Enters does from vlogs of his. They've all finished their degrees in what they were aspiring to become, but now they're full-time YouTubers because it's what they enjoy doing. So many people who have gotten degrees in things that have nothing related to do with YouTube have ended up on YouTube. And yet so many people go through life hating what they do and hating what they're going to do just so that they can end up dying doing what they hated. So as I'm sitting here in my basement recording this, doing my assignment for a class that I'm probably doing better than most of my friends in, I wonder, what will I be doing when I meet my endpoint? Probably not this. Something to think about. Anyway, it's a lot of ranting. Voice your opinions. Don't be afraid of what society thinks of you. Be you. Do whatever you think makes you who you are. Keep on keeping on, YouTubians. Ergonomical out.